Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is just going to be a quick comic haul video. I went to Comic Addiction, and that's a comic shop in Whitby, Ontario. So it was really far away. I was like driving forever. But it was a really cool shop. He has like he showed me his entire Golden Age collection, and so I picked out a few items out of that, and there was some Silver Age mixed in as well, and picked a few of those as well. And it was a pretty great shop. Steve at Comic Addiction was really nice to me. So with all that said, let's see what I got. Let's see. So they gave it in this weird box, but I'm gonna just put this down. And I'm going to show you. So they had a whole bunch of dollar bins, and it's been a while since I got to really dive into dollar bins and kind of look. There were really $2 bins actually, but they had this one, Greek Street, and this is the first appearance of Sweet Tooth. And I just thought, hey, I'll pick up a few copies. So they had a couple, so I just picked up a couple. So Greek Street. And then I picked this one up. I thought it was just a nice cover. This is Liberty Bell, and it's, Justice Society. I just picked it up for the cover. Nothing special, nothing interesting. Another cover one that actually I was going to buy off the internet. This was $2, so I was like, hey, for $2. This is She-Hulk, just a nice She-Hulk cover. Marvel Age 76. And I saw this one, Marvel Fanfare #1, $2, why not? And then I really liked this series, but they didn't have the full set. But they had #1. This is the second series for Extinction Parade. I really like this series. Really great series. I like the artist too, and I actually became friends with the artist. I got a bunch of commission artwork from him. Very cool series. And this is #1 of the second series. #2. And this is, just really great artwork. And #3. This is a wraparound. Kind of a cool cover. Oh, sorry, #4. They didn't have #3, which kind of bothered me, but oh well. And then I got Greek Street #1. I figured, hey, if I have #2, might as well get #1. Get the little bit of that set. And I thought this was just kind of a cool cover. Girls Gone Dead. I thought that was kind of funny. Hack and Slash. I just thought it was just a really kind of sexy, kind of interesting cover. And this one is a really high grade. This was in the $5 bin. This is Monsters on the Prowl 16. This is the first appearance of Tulsa Doom. I thought it was kind of cool. And I forgot what this was, but I remember seeing this cover before. Somebody actually did a signing. I believe it was Swagglehouse did a signing where he used this cover, and when he met the guy involved with doing Moon Knight. So I just thought it was a really great cover. And I'm not sure if it's anything special, but I thought it was an interesting one. And then, still in the $5 bin, they had all these great Aquaman, Silver Age Aquaman. So this is Aquaman 39. Grab the next stack. Aquaman 34. And these were issues that I didn't have. So I just figured, hey, I'll pick up some issues that I didn't have. 31. And 28. And then another in the $5 bin was Cloak and Dagger #1. So I thought, hey, that's kind of cool. I have their first appearance, but I didn't have their first series. And then he had some other kind of cool things. He had some, Cave Woman. I thought these are kind of interesting, like interesting little series. I have a few from it. Then another Cave Woman. These were in the $5 bin, so hey, why not? And that's Canadian when I'm saying $5, so it's really like $4 US. And they had this one. I thought this was kind of interesting. Like Cave Kids #1. I thought that was kind of interesting. And actually, I already have this comic, but it's a really rough grade. Look, it's all mangled here. I think it could be fixed, it could be ironed, but or pressed, I should say. This is Superboy #76, and this is the first appearance of Blippo. this little monkey guy on the cover. So with Super Pets coming out, I figured, hey, this is a nice little spec book. And then, so that was all the cheapy ones. There's another one, Debbie Does Dallas. I just thought that was so funny. When I was a kid, we always joked about, whenever we would refer to an adult movie, we'd always say Debbie Does Dallas. You know, it's like, it was a very famous movie for the adult nature of it. Then, as I said, I was diving through the Golden Age books that he had, and I picked up a pretty good stack of Golden Age books. These are all Golden Age books, really great ones that I thought were really interesting. So we got Witch's Tales. Now, Witch's Tales is one of those ones that I think is highly underrated. There's a few issues in it that are pretty expensive, but this one is, you know, fairly well priced. It's you know, great bondage cover, and you got the witch there, and just some really kind of cool things going on. That's, you know, some Golden Age horror. And then we got, I'm not sure which, okay, this is Sensation Comics number 57. Thought that was kind of cool. Some Golden Age Wonder Woman. And then we got Archo, Dictator of Death. I've actually seen this a few times at auction. I almost bought it a couple times. I thought it was, you know, reasonable price. These prices that you can see are in Canadian, and he actually, because I bought a bunch of stuff, he gave me a pretty good discount on the price. So about 10 to 15% discount. So a little bit cheaper than what it says there. And the next one was another Sensation Comics 72. Just kind of a cool card. And then some Silver Age goodness. This is Snagglepuss number 1, and it's really high grade. Like you can see, VF near mint. Just a really high grade of Snagglepuss from 1962. This is the first ongoing series for Snagglepuss. It's not his first appearance, but it is his first series. So kind of cool. And then another first is the Munsters. I thought this was, I was like, wow, nice photo cover of the Munsters. And this is a fine, it's a nice high grade. And it's a pretty solid book from 1964. So the Munsters number 1. And then another one that I really like, I'm a big fan of this character, and this is actually my first of this series. It's Black Cat. I like these good girl ones, especially Golden Age good girl. You know, female superhero characters. This is Black Cat. And the interesting thing about Black Cat, she started out with just being sort of normal, but then she became more westernized, like where she would like ride horses and be more like this. So this is more like the later issues, like this is number 15, Black Cat number 15. One of the Black Cats is actually mentioned in Seduction and Innocent, but this is not that one. But kind of cool to get. Black Cat. And then we got Jungle Comics number 2. Now this is actually not Jungle Comics number 2. This is the Canadian edition. And what happened is when they did Jungle Comics in Canada, the later issues, they started out with the new numbering system. So basically, this is probably like 90s, I would say, like Jungle Comics 90s. But it's kind of cool that it's the Canadian edition because these are quite rare. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then this is one I actually, it's in really rough shape. This is one that's really rough shape, but it's kind of a cool one. This is Mad number 2. And you can see it's like missing a whole corner. But it's kind of a cool early issue of Mad. It's a shame that it has that corner missing. It's actually quite nice except for that corner. But for like $60, not too bad. And that's Canadian prices. And this one is one I've seen, but I thought, wow, this is kind of interesting. I don't know much about this comic. It's Psychoanalysis number 1. I just thought it was very interesting. I like these kind of early like comics that are kind of you know, like some kind of weird psychology thing going on. Like I thought that was kind of interesting. New Direction in magazines, entirely novel and unique kind of reading experience. That's what it says. So psychoanalysis. I'm not even sure when this is from, but it is definitely EC and Golden Age, so it's kind of nice. And then we got some Silver Age. This is maybe Bronze Age even. This is Fantastic Four number 20, and this is the first appearance of the Airwalker. And this is one I have actually wanted to get for a while. It was on my want list. And it's a high grade, like a VF. It was $80, so not too bad. And then another one that was on my want list. Actually, it looks a lot better than what the grade they say. It looks like a VG, but so this is Batman 153, and it just has one of these classic Catwoman covers. I just really like Catwoman as a character, not the new Catwoman, but the original Catwoman. I just thought she was an interesting character, and this is just a nice cover with her on it. Not her first appearance, nothing special, just a cover appearance. And it was one that I had actually tried to buy on multiple occasions, so it's kind of interesting to finally get it. Then I got 2 slabs as well. So this is a comic that I already had, but at least it's slab now. This is the slabbed version of Monstrous number 1. So it's just kind of nice to get that as a slabbed comic. And this, I believe this show has just been recently optioned, and I got it for a reasonable price, so it's quite good. Now the big comic, and the reason actually I drove all the way there, was for this one. This is Shock Suspense Stories number 6. And it is actually a very classic cover. It's a bondage cover. It's got the guys in the hoods. You know, there's a lot of these kind of secret society, I would say, like, you know, maybe almost like KKK kind of level, you know, baddies, like, you know, typical bad guys. And he even has like a whip, you know, it's like such a, you know, interesting cover. Just so much going on. And it's like early EC horror from 1952, I believe. So it's like December 52, January 53 range. And it's just like, you got Al Falstein stories, Jack Kamen, and it's a Wally Wood cover, which is really nice, you know. So a really great artist, and to have his artwork on the cover is great, you know. So really like these ones. These EC horror, pre-code horror, are so hard to get, and to just get one of the ones that is a classic cover in my collection, kind of happy to get this. So this was the big book that I got from them. So again, I'd like to thank Addiction Comics for being nice to me and letting me see their store. And they were actually really nice. They were pulling out the long boxes and letting me dig through them. It was kind of fun. So yeah, it was really interesting. Actually, there's one last story that I had to tell. When I went there, he had just bought a collection. He said it was like 50,000 comics or something crazy. It was like this huge collection that he bought. And I was just picking out, I was like, he was going through them. And I was like, oh, hey, can I go through this a little bit? And I was like picking out issues. And I picked out like 2 Ghostbusters and a Speed Racer. I was like, oh, these are really cool. I really like these, you know. And he basically took them back because he was like, oh, those are cool. And he thought they were, you know, something that he would put in his own collection. So you don't always win. Sometimes you can be a little bit lucky and get some cool comic, but I wasn't so lucky. So those ones turned out to be pretty valuable. I didn't realize. I thought they were dollar bin books, but they turned out to be pretty valuable. So that was my experience going to Addiction Comics. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a quick comic haul video, and yeah, it was kind of fun to get out and dig through long boxes. So again, please like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my other videos. There's lots of stuff to see, and check me out on Instagram, and check out my community tab because I'm posting stuff there now. I'm more often. Okay, so thanks again. Bye.